back at WNST, Towson, Baltimore, and Baltimore Positive. We are positively at Pappas in, we're not, I almost said Parkville. Oh, my goodness. We're in Cockeysville. Don't go to Parkville looking for me, for crying out loud. What happened was Tim Rittmiller was here from Parkville. His daughter played at Parkville in 1989. She was on my All-Metro team. He lives in Shrewsbury up there in Pennsylvania with Luke Jones. But so I said Parkville. We're in Cockeysville. We're not in Parkville. We're not in Bel Air. We're not in Glen Burnie. We'll be here all day. We're giving away 10 times the cash. You get a lottery ticket. Mark didn't take that's going to be the winning ticket there. You better watch out for that. Big appreciation to the Blade for stopping by. Our friends at Window Nation, the Maryland Lottery, had a 10 times the cash winner yesterday. 10 times 2 is $20, but still $20. It's good. We want to support our friends at the Maryland Lottery, Window Nation, and Jiffy Lube Multi-Care. I tell you what, we're doing live radio here today, and trying to get through this. I've got Fred and Danny backed up. I've got the Red Devils over here. Jess from Catch a Lift is here, and the reason I didn't talk to her is because she's like busy talking to her kids. So I went over and greeted. First off, you named your daughter after my mother, so I'm very appreciative of that. So I like her. Catch a Lift is something that I've promoted a couple times, and you're local in this area, right? You're
headquartered here, but nationwide.
Right, but you're in the York Road sort of corridor, right?
Oh, yes, York Road, 2066.
I knew this. So, this is a real local thing. I think I may have done something with Catch a Lift, at a real Super Bowl on Radio Row at some point, because I did know you were a national organization. Tell everybody what Catch a Lift's all about.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having us today. So Catch a Lift started in honor of my uncle, Christopher Coughlin. Chris was a Baltimore native, went to Gilman High School, then went to Washington and Lee, played international sports, was a coach. And when 9/11 happened, he felt that it was his call to duty. He was never married, did not have a family, and he wanted to give his life in spare of someone back at home that did have a family, and that's exactly what he did. So shy of his 42nd birthday, which was at the time the cutoff for the Army, he enlisted. He was quickly recruited into Special Intelligence, and on his first deployment to Afghanistan, he was killed in action by a roadside bomb. So our family, obviously our family took that pretty hard. My aunt, who is the president and founder of Catch a Lift, Lynn Coughlin, she was Chris's point person back at home, her brother. And so when our family found out the news, there was hundreds of people reaching out to us, lots of messages, and there was this common theme around Chris's impact on their life. And a lot of that had to do with Chris's passion for mental and physical fitness. So that led us down a road of thinking, well, what if he survived? What if he came home? What would that have looked like for him? So Lynn went down and did tons of research down in Arlington and at Walter Reed, and we discovered that where the VA provides wonderful and many services, there was a gap and there was a need for more of a holistic approach. So we took Chris's passion for fitness and we said, well, what if we could somehow bring this holistic approach to combat injured veterans returning home? And so that's exactly what we did. So fast forward to present day, we serve over 11,000 combat injured veterans nationwide. And what we do is we get them into an 8-week program where they're paired up with a Catch a Lift certified veteran coach that we have certified. The veteran's been in our program. They get paired one-on-one. They get coaching for 8 weeks. They set goals. They're held accountable to those goals. And then upon those 8 weeks, after graduating, then they're granted either a facility membership of their choice or in-home gym equipment. From there, the program doesn't stop. Once they're in it, they have that lifelong connection with their coach. We have online proprietary dashboards to help them with an array of resources for them. We have motivational tech supports, we have educational opportunities, we have employment opportunities, and really, it's scientifically proven that PTSD, traumatic brain injury, all of that hangs out in the hippocampus. And when you become more active and you move your body, it can help alleviate those symptoms. And so we find that our veterans come in thinking that they're going to work out and get fit, but really it's changing their mind, it's changing their bodies, it's connecting them with their community, with their family, it's giving them a sense of purpose again.
Is this for anyone who's a military graduate, or is this for anyone?
So we're specific to those that were injured in surge post 9/11.
Just injured, okay.
Combat injured.
Combat injured, okay. I've had a lot of folks on, and it's great to have you here because Super Bowl week, which I did for 27 years, there was a group of folks that I befriended that would do a football game. It was for military veterans. They invited me. They said that I was it was quadriplegic, paraplegic. I'm missing a finger, so they're like, you can play too. And I'm like, well, thanks for letting me play. I caught a pass from Kurt Warner, so I thought that was kind of cool. But every year I would bring them on and talk about people coming back. And look, I've been doing this for 30 years. The coming back from Afghanistan part, for the last 15 years, there have been people coming back who come back differently than when they leave, right? And there are so many organizations that step in. How long has your organization been doing this, and why York Road? and I guess the national part of this, that's very ambitious. I mean, from a local organization, for really a grassroots organization, as I understand it, right?
Absolutely, yes. So we started in 2010, so we're entering our 14th year of service. And we chose Timonium because that's where Chris's roots were and where that began. So our family's based out of Baltimore, and that's where Lynn, our president, is. And so that's where our headquarters is.
If someone knows someone in this situation, or living with someone, or related to someone that's having this kind of trauma, and I would think there are some people that may come back and do okay for a while, right? And this isn't something that at any point, if you've served and you've been injured and you're there for them, right? I mean,
absolutely. If there's anyone in need, they can reach out to us directly from our website. They contact us. We hook them up right away with a coach in our program. A veteran would reach out to them, instantly, help them get the resources that they need.
I had another veteran organization on this week, and I went on a little bit of a rampage. I'm not going to do that with you, but my father-in-law was a Vietnam vet, right? And I think my father-in-law was very healthy, awesome, incredible in his 70s. And I admire that in an amazing way. But the VA and the things they do and don't do, and you had kind words for the VA. I've heard other unkind words from other places that organizations like yours exist. It's an indictment on the government. It's an indictment on them not doing enough. Because I think when people sign up, and I've never signed up, to go defend this country and be a part of that, I feel like we could do more as a country, not society. You all are doing it, but I feel like there's really a gap. And where is that gap? Who comes to you that the VA didn't help or can't help or is overloaded or there's an appointment down the line? That's really that's the gap you're filling in a lot of ways, right?
Absolutely. And it's when we think about all the freedoms that we have, we get to be here today, right? And it wouldn't be because of those that served and defended our freedom.
No question about it.
And every day we're blown away because it's easy, now that the war is over, it's easy to forget about the war. However, last year alone, we had over 800 new veterans come into the program. That's 800 veterans that reached out that said that they need help. So to me, that shows that the need is still there. PTSD and post-traumatic stress, traumatic brain injury, that doesn't go away. That's a lifelong injury, and we are committed and determined to helping them heal holistically.
Give me a success story. No names involved, but I mean, tell me about someone that you saw come in a bad way, and if they walked in the door of Pappas right now, you'd know they're doing better.
Oh, absolutely. So we had a veteran join the program, double amputee. This was probably 7 years ago. Came in a dark place. He got hooked up instantly with another veteran, and they did coaching. They did, all sorts of things to help him get to a better place. Fast forward, he's won Invictus Games. He is now one of our head coaches for adaptive athletes. I could go on and on. So,
I played in this football game with these cats out in L.A. 2 years ago, and they had been for years. They would always come on the show. They'd always invite me out to Snoop Dogg. It was Snoop's game. It was Snoop Dogg's game. Every year they'd invite me, and every year it was like at some high school, 30 minutes away, and I'm on Radio Row, and I'm working. I'm like, I'm just too tired. It was a nighttime thing. And finally in L.A., they were like, you're gonna be they made me MC it. So they dragged me out, and they gave me the amputee. They're like, you're an amputee, you know. So they gave me all of that, and it was one of the more inspiring things. You know, I'll get emotional talking about it because it was just like it was incredible, you know. And the guys are playing ball. There was one dude with no legs, he's only upper body, and he did everything on his arms, and he moved faster than anybody could run.
I believe it.
It's just an unbelievable human to experience. So I don't wish I were at the Super Bowl this year, but those are the kind of people I would talk to. Instead, I'm talking to you. Changing bodies, healing minds, saving lives. She thought I was checking my email. I was just going to the website. Catchaliftfund.org. You have a bunch of events, and I'm looking on here. I'm seeing a New York benefit, a Northern Virginia benefit, Chicago golf outing, Baltimore community workout. I see it right here, September 29th.
So fun.
So is this your, dare I say, big game? I don't want to, offend Roger Goodell or anything like that. I'll be at Hollywood Casino for the big game on Sunday. But is your big event the end of September here locally?
All of our 8 events are big, right? If I had to say my favorite is the workout in Baltimore, right? That's what we do, right? Hunt Valley,
I know where
One
that
Life.
is.
Cannot
That's right
say
over here.
enough good things about the team at One Life. They helped us put on a phenomenal event last year. So, but yes, we'll be in Northern Virginia at the Capital One Hall on April 23rd. That's a gorgeous facility. That's a dinner program.
I almost went to see Richard Marks and Rick Springfield there. I haven't been there yet. It's brand new.
Come out for the Catch a Lift event, yes. And so that, and then the other local event, the workout, and then our golf outing, which is very popular. It normally sells out almost immediately.
And the golf event is the 30th. So it's a whole weekend thing.
It's a whole weekend.
September 29th, 9 to 11. It's a morning event, community workout. That's September 2-9 at One Life Fitness in Hunt Valley. Then the next day, Shotgun Star Country Club of Maryland. Hit them straight on the 30th of September. I hope you get good weather that day.
It's always a great day.
Catchaliftfund.org. How else can people help you other than these events and participating?
So we have local volunteer opportunities for individuals, for companies, teams, high school students looking for service learning opportunities. So they can reach out directly on the website and we'll get them connected.
All right. It's all available for you at catchaliftfund.org. Children are so well behaved.
Yes.
You going to take credit for that?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, because you're working hard on it.
Exactly.
Jess Drew is here. We appreciate her. Appreciate everybody coming out. I've got folks lined up. The Red Devils are going to be here. My dude, Danny Grau, is going to be here with his Pop Fred. We're going to talk about Special Olympics. And he doesn't look like he's super plunged. He looks like I wouldn't look as good as you if I got in the water 24 times in 24 hours freezing.
That's impressive.
I don't,
The cold plunge is all the rage now.
A lot of, my people are from the equator. I always say that, man. I get out in Ocean City in the middle of summer. I can't get in the water. It's great, For me, I see these guys running in, running out. Danny's loading up on a spaghetti out here, so we're going to have him on from Special Olympics. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Keep it real. I love it, right?
Yes, that's what Chris would always say. So that we've tagged that.
Keep it real.
Yeah.
Well, you got your red, white, and blue. You got beautiful flag
all the
pants
time.
on.
All the
Absolutely.
time. Love it.
Well, I'm a patriot too, but I'm wearing orange. I'm an Oriole patriot today. So I've worn the orange shirt all week, and I knew I was going to be sitting under the Adley Rutschman jersey and the Gunnar Henderson. These murals are unbelievable. They're made with beer tops.
Gorgeous.
I mean, there's a Raven one and an Oriole one. They're two of the greatest pieces of artwork. Justin Wendell's here. I see him from Pappas. So the crab cakes are going to be good because Justin's here today. Keep an eye on things. And Chuck, we really appreciate the Pappas folks out here in Cockeysville for taking great care of us, hosting us, and making really good French fries for Jess Drew's kids here from Catch a Lift Fund. I am Nestor. We're going to come back. We're doing it for the Maryland Food Bank. Come on by. We got lottery tickets in the Maryland Lottery for you. We are doing all of this for the Maryland Food Bank. You bring canned goods, dry goods, and we're going to keep them here locally. We're going to be doing that at 4:40 this afternoon. I haven't cried in 30 minutes. We're doing all right. I'm back for more here at Pappas. It is hour 37 of a 40-hour marathon called Crab Cake Row, a cup of Super Bowl. You bring good stuff, we give you a cup of Super Bowl. Come on out to Pappas in Cockeysville.